Hello, Karen Luke here. Today's a little bit different because I'm going to be doing a tag and I'm doing it in one take. I was tagged by my good friend Life with Patti. I love Life with Patti and I love Patti. She's amazing. And I have to be honest, she is the only daily vlog that I absolutely must see. I live in the UK and Patti is in California, so there's quite a time lag. And I have confessed to her, and I'm going to confess to you now, that usually when I watch Patti, it is in the morning and she's already posted from the night before. So I have this little tradition of getting dressed while I listen to Patti in the background. So I did confess to her that I tend to think of her when I'm in my underwear. I hear that when you listen to Patti fully clothed, it's even better. I don't know though. Although saying that, I literally just finished work. I worked all day today and I was behind on my morning Patti, so I just heard her fully dressed and I think she actually is a bit better fully dressed. But she tagged me. It felt really strange to hear my name at the end of her video, so it proves that I watched the whole thing, Patti. So what I liked was her tag because it is called 10 questions stuck inside tag. So I've got the questions posed over there. Now here's the challenge for me though. In my videos I edit a lot. I love editing, but I'm gonna do this in one take and I'm keeping my word on this. One take and I'm just downloading it as is. So no editing, maybe add a little bit of color, but that's gonna be it. All right, so the first question is, are you having any anxiety or stress from being inside so much? Short answer is no. The anxiety and stress is not caused by me being inside. It's more caused with the uncertainty of not knowing, the fact that it's on the news all the time. In my house, I have a first responder. He came back yesterday with a possible contact of his that has possibly got it, who's gone off to get tested today. This is the third time now we're having isolation in our house, which means we have to text each other when we're using the kitchen. I also have a daughter who's in the middle of university exams. Very stressful. My other daughter is in Canada, not around her, so she's on her own. I mean, she's doing great, but I suppose that's what causes me the anxiety and stress. It's not from being inside. I love my house. I travel a lot for my job. I am loving being home and enjoying my home. So that actually is not causing me anxiety or stress. The other stuff, a little bit. I have my days, I have my moments. But for the most part, I'm pretty good. Second, have you been able to find supplies you need at your local stores? Yes and no. For food, yes. Not a problem. In the UK, I'm actually in Wales and we are in the middle of a quite serious lockdown. If you know what the lockdown has been like in Italy and Spain, with the exception of keeping children inside, which they had to do, we've had a pretty serious lockdown. We only have the major grocery stores to go to. We don't have local markets or anything like that. We're restricted by that. But I live quite close to a couple of very large superstore kinds of things. Now in the UK grocery stores, unlike a lot of other types of grocery stores, we can get all our alcohol there. Thank goodness, which is what I'm having a little bit of right now. Hey, I worked all day. We can also get things like clothing and makeup and beauty products and refrigerators and televisions. It is, our grocery stores here are just like department stores really in a way. So can I get all supplies? Yes. The only thing that I have still been ordering through Amazon are things for mask supplies, because I'm making some masks. And I have been getting things like cat food and dog food, which has not been available. I think that is about it really. I got a couple of things for my bicycle. So yeah, pretty well I'm able to get the supplies that I need, yeah. Have you been ordering more things from online sources? I should have maybe read question 3 before I answered question 2. Am I ordering more online? No, I do a lot of online shopping. I am not a shopper at all. I don't miss shopping because I've never done shopping. So I have just kept my online shopping going. Am I doing more? No, I'm doing less. Do you enjoy eating more meals at home versus eating out? That's a hard one. When I'm home, I eat at home. Our family, we've always eaten at home. We are one of the rare families that never did takeout. Sometimes our children say, Mom, why can't we be like other families and have Chinese and curries and things like that? We just don't really. We make really good food in the house, and we don't eat out normally, so no, don't eat out now. In my real job, I usually travel, so that means I eat on the road. I don't think I would count that as eating out though, especially as most of the time I go to a supermarket and eat in my hotel room. I wouldn't count that as eating out, no. Are you cooking more meals from recipes or eating more frozen meals? Again, we don't have that many prepared frozen meals. In the UK, we have frozen meals, but the choice of frozen meals is nothing like North America, put it that way. I have had ready-made stuff. For instance, I got some sausages, vegan sausages that were already made. I froze them. They came fresh, but I'd frozen them. I just unfroze some of those. But no, not really. We don't really eat frozen stuff. I like fresh food. Don't really do that. Eat pasta, curries, that sort of thing. Now, I will make double and freeze them, but then when I unfreeze those are meals that I've made, isn't it? So, am I eating more frozen meals? No. Although saying that, I am eating more stuff out of the freezer because I'm only going grocery shopping a couple of times a month now. After this is all over, will you stock up on more items in case it happens again? That's a really good question. No, I won't. I tend to try to buy just what we need. I've always had kind of a full-ish pantry. I'm trying to not stockpile food as much as I used to do it. I like having sort of a clear out. It's been kind of fun actually trying new recipes with this kind of food. Let me just turn my computer back on here. See, I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to keep it in. No, I'm trying to think of this. I should have prepared these answers more. So much for my one take thing. This is going to be terrible. I don't think I will stock up more on items. There's certain things that I've always had. I always have tomatoes and beans, and I always have had lots of toilet paper, so I don't think my buying habits will change. No. How has the crisis affected you and your family? I have been living under this sort of self-isolation, excluding my spouse. This is, I say, the third time this has happened. I know that my daughter is definitely missing out on her significant other, and it's handy in a way that it's exam time, because then you're not feeling you're really missing out too much on stuff. But she's so afraid of getting ill, she's just staying in all the time. She's not going to grocery stores, she's not doing anything like that. So has it affected the family? No, my husband's still working full time. I suppose the biggest effect is mine, actually, because I'm home rather than being on the road. I'm self-employed. I don't have as much money coming in. That definitely has affected me, definitely. How else has it affected it? The animals are crazy about us being home all the time. They just love it. I think that is about it, really. That's all I can really think of besides the obvious. I'm on my bike more, which is great. No, I think that's about it, really. Let me see. Do you go to the store to get your groceries, or do you do pick-up service or have them delivered? Yeah, I go to the grocery store. Again, in the UK, we've had a very, very serious crisis, I guess, with a lot of people. Because we have a lockdown, there's many people that cannot go to the grocery store. So we do not use any I've never done a click and collect for groceries anyway. I've always done Amazon. That hasn't changed. So no, definitely go to the store, the grocery store. I just saw somebody's video today how they've gone to farmers markets. We don't have any of that. If you go to the store, are you concerned when people get too close to you? Yes. But over here, I think in the UK, compared to North America, by things I see on TV and here on videos, I think the people over here are taking it more seriously. In fact, I would say sometimes even in the grocery store a little bit too seriously. the grocery store employees, some of them are really quite strict about rules, and some people get a bit annoyed about that. But Brits are used to queuing for things. We're used to waiting, taking our time. The exceptions to the rules stick out like a sore thumb. The thing I'm most annoyed about of people being close to me are actually people that come to where I live, because I live on the seafront, and they come here and they walk their dogs and they ride their bikes and all that sort of thing. That I find really annoying. And the other thing that really ticks me off is when people are on a path and they stop to talk to their people on the path, or they're walking together and then they stand on either side of the road and you've got to go down the middle of them, so they're far apart from each other, but you're thinking, just go on the same side of the road and be 6 feet apart from each other. So that I find annoying. I've never been a person that likes people to be too close to me anyway. So I am concerned if they do get too close. At the grocery store, there's been a couple of brushes, I suppose, that I don't like very much. But for the most part, it's pretty good. One thing I definitely liked, I've been reading other people's or other countries' rules for this lock-in. And the best one that I saw was the Alberta one, where they are saying social distancing is necessary. And they're saying that keep away from each other about the length of a hockey stick. Only in Canada would they say and know that everybody would understand how long a hockey stick is. I thought that was the best description. And the last question, do the people who live in your area take this crisis seriously, or do they act like it's business as usual? They definitely don't act like it's business as usual. No, not at all. Are they taking it seriously? Most of the time they're taking it seriously, but there's always going to be that 5% that are not taking it seriously. And those are the ones that really tick me off. They just changed the rules last week to allow leisure to be extended from where you live directly at your home. So people can now drive a reasonable distance from their home to exercise or take walks. And as I said, I live in a place that has a nice sort of a seafront area close by. So guess where they come? They all come here. So that really, really ticks me off. And they were doing that before the rules changed, so that was not very good. The thing that I do think is really good, though, is that most people are understanding that it just has to be done. We just get on with it. And I think that that's very much a UK kind of attitude. I think that UK people generally are the type of people that say, right, present me why I have to do this, tell me what the rules are, and they're very good at following that. The UK is used to having so many crises. They usually hop from one crisis to another. So we're well suited for handling crisis over here. So for the most part, they're pretty good. Obviously there's exceptions, but I'm really proud of the way the UK is actually taking this for the most part. Thank you, Patti, for tagging me. My challenge was doing this in one take, and I honestly am going to do this in one take. I also did it because, as I say, I was working today, so I already had my makeup and my clothes on, and I already had things set up for lighting. So it is a bit of a cheat that way, but I'm just going to pop this out of the camera, I'm going to upload it, and I'm going to be just like you and post it straight away. So bye everybody, please stay safe, and I hope you're doing well. And I'm also not going to tag anybody specifically, but I certainly would be interested if somebody, say from Kinsale, Ireland, say Germany, I don't know, South Africa, would just give a quick little video like this, no editing, one take, just to see what it's like in the different countries that you're in. I think that that would be really, really interesting. Bye for now.